I was back at the camp when I heard the sounds of battle. I got here as fast as I could, though obviously I arrived too... Hui, what are you doing here?
It's been a long time, Zhu. I haven't seen you since that night. I did as you asked. The child is safe. I made sure of that.
I know. After we spoke, I followed you. I wanted to be sure she was given a good home. You did well, Hui.
What child?
Hui and I knew each other long ago. She was a soldier and I needed her help. There was a child, an orphan. I knew Hui could find a good home for her.
Parts of Zhu's mysterious past are being revealed. Who was this child?
She was just a girl. Her parents were dead. I couldn't look after her, and I knew Hui by reputation. I knew she would find a good home for her.
And she apparently did, but where was that?
She's safe. That's all you need to know. She doesn't concern you. Besides, we don't have time to worry about something that happened almost 20 years ago.
Yes, those are old worries. Thank you for your actions today. Even if these men were no real threat, just simple sailors frustrated at the shallow river that holds them here. There are pirates in the area, and they pose a far greater danger. You will likely encounter them, especially if you are the one I am waiting for. As Sagacious Zhu mentioned, my name is Hui. Tell me, young man, what is your master's name?
So they weren't pirates, just sailors. My master's true name is Sun Li the Glorious Strategist.
I have waited here many years for the arrival of one special fighter. Your master, Sun Li, bid me to wait until you, his protege, came seeking information.
So it's true. Master Li really is the Emperor's brother. I wish I had known.
He is gone, isn't he? Taken by the Lotus assassins just as he thought. He knew they were always searching. They are right to fear him and his legacy. The Glorious Strategist was certain the path to the Imperial City would bring you here. He was also very specific about how I present my information to you. You must be ready.
He was certain that we'd come here. Very lucky that we crash-landed here then.
You had a flyer. You're right, I doubt he anticipated that. The Glorious Strategist accounts for every possibility within the known conditions. Had you simply flown past... Well, I do not want to contemplate that. My time here would have meant little. I served under Sun Li and was trusted enough to be contacted after Dirge fell. He told me of the weeks-long siege and how spirit monks were slaughtered so his brother could take their temple. It was madness. The Emperor killed the water dragon itself.
The water dragon? The shepherd of the dead, a goddess of rebirth. To try and steal her power, to even think it could be attempted. Has any mortal ever shown such arrogance?
Apparently they have. So the water dragon, the shepherd of the dead, has been killed by the Emperor. So that's why the ghosts haven't been passing on to the afterlife.
There are many beings that exist beyond our experience. The heavens are governed by a celestial bureaucracy. Each facet of existence is managed by a specialized attendant. Most appear to have little influence, but some, like the water dragon, have a portfolio that grants exceptional status. She was said to have governance over the Great Wheel. She was not a maker, but all life that ended passed her gaze before returning to the earth in another form. Sun Hai sought rebirth for his empire at the cost of the natural order. Her body was taken to the palace as a grim trophy of the power that ended the long drought. All the while, the people hailed the Emperor as a hero, ignorant of the price.
The Emperor destroyed my people to take the water dragon's power.
Even a god is not invincible. They have their place and it can be challenged. Sun Li could not stop the slaughter of the spirit monks. He fled the battle with you in his arms. Most believe Sun Li fell at Dirge, a lie spread by the Emperor. A handful of us knew that he lived, and we also learned the terrible price of his rebellion. Li's wife was with child, his daughter born in the Imperial Palace while he was at Dirge. He never saw her. Within weeks of the siege, the Emperor had Li's family executed.
Jeez.
Executed. Murdered. The Lotus assassins were to cut them down. A mother and newborn child. I have no doubt that order came from Death's Hand himself.
Why did Master Li do this? What's so special about me?
He probably didn't think his family would be harmed, but even had he known, he might still have saved you. Li knows you have a destiny to fulfill. You're the last of your kind. The natural order has been disrupted. There is much to say, but first I was instructed to impart some very specific knowledge. Your master was very clear.
You can trust we, so I don't think there's any reason for me to stick around. I'll be back at the camp if you need me.
Zhu is an honorable man. Not a good man, perhaps, but an honorable one. Now to your training. A brief description will reinforce in your mind the style you saw me use.
I'm always ready to learn.
Certain lessons had to be withheld until you were ready for the attention they will bring. Sun Li taught me so that I would teach you. I must train you in Spirit Thief. Magic and weapons tire you. Draw on them too much and you could be left defenseless. Spirit Thief restores your chi, prolonging your ability to fight or ignore wounds. It is especially useful when enemies are immune to basic martial attacks, when you must use magic or weapons. It can even immobilize a foe, allowing time to recover even more. This short lesson should be enough for now. Come speak with me in the tea house. We will talk of your master and more.
Style gain Spirit Thief. It's a sports style, and like she said, it restores your chi when you hit enemies. You can use chi strikes with it to actually deal damage. I barely ever use it. I have barely used it, because I usually have Dawnstar with me, who restores my chi anyway, and I don't use magic styles much either.
This tea house must be popular. It seems like quite a prominent structure.
Dawnstar wants to speak to us again. What's this? The shadow in the trees. This is about the forest. The pilgrims rest in. We'll be going there. Dawnstar.
Is there anything you need? I'll do whatever I can to help.
I want to know how you are.
No, I didn't have anything pressing on my mind. Although your company is always welcome. We seem so far from anything familiar. Strange enemies, troubling plots. I will be glad when we can leave this place to find Master Li.
Wasn't that the same thing that she said before?
I will answer. Zhu made it quite clear what we must do. We need a wind map, and we need a flyer. The longer we take, the farther away Master Li gets. I do not like the area.
That's all the same, although
Be well.
she had an arrow above her head. Interesting. Peasant.
There are ghosts wandering the land. I won't leave my house after dark.
Gufu the Sweet.
You're a stranger here, aren't you? I know everyone in Tian's Landing, and I've never seen you before. I would remember you. You should turn right around and leave this town. Trust me.
Not gonna happen, I'm afraid. Why should I leave?
Everything in Tian's Landing is falling apart. Sheng, the local minister, is helpless to deal with all our troubles. You should get out while you can.
Well, he's gonna have us now. Tell me about the troubles here.
You don't know? The Great Dam has been opened, and now the river's level has dropped. It's too low and fast to navigate. Without the river, we are nothing. The merchants can't buy goods from the Imperial City. The traders can't sell to the outside world. The men cannot fish, and our children go hungry. And if that wasn't bad enough, we have the pirates to worry about too. They've been raiding the countryside, taking prisoners to sell into slavery.
Certainly sounds like a mess.
The dam was built nearly 20 years ago, causing the river to rise. Now the dam is open, and the river has fallen so low no ships can navigate it. Tian's Landing cannot survive without the river, but nobody in the town dares to go into the ruins to close the dam. The ruins are haunted with the spirits of the dead.
And to go into the ruins, we need a key from Minister Sheng. So we just need to talk to Minister Sheng, really. Maybe I can close the dam.
A generous offer, Great One, but the gate leading to the ruins is locked. If you want to close the dam, you'll have to get the key from Minister Sheng.
I know.
I'm sure he'd be glad to give you a key to the gate. Nobody else will risk going into the ruins because of the ghosts.
Apart from the Lotus Assassins, how do I find Minister Sheng?
There's a road off to the right just beyond this tea house. Keep following it up until you reach the town square. Minister Sheng is usually there.
Okay. I need to find a flyer or some kind of airship.
Airship? I've only heard of such things. Graceful ships that sail through the air? I've always longed to see one, but I'm just a simple peasant. Perhaps Minister Sheng would know something of this. He once lived in the Imperial City. I have heard the skies above it are filled with airships.
Yep. Okay.
Take care of yourself, stranger, and be glad that you do not live in Tian's Landing.
I didn't ask her who she was. I'm trying to find that option. Who are you?
I am Gufu, Great One. Some call me Gufu the Sweet, though I don't know why. I usually smell like the fish I sell. Perhaps they are making fun of me.
Maybe it's because you're a cutie.
But now, there are no fish to sell. I have lived in Tian's Landing all my life, but now, I'm ashamed to say, I wish I lived somewhere else. Everything in Tian's Landing is falling apart. Sheng, the local minister, is helpless to deal with all our troubles. You should get out while you can.
Yep, and that will lead to the other options that we already asked.
Take care of yourself.
Goods. I'm just gonna go around here first before I go into the tea house. There is a chest here. It's slightly outside the walls, but I'm gonna get it anyway. Up here is the cook. Cook Tay. Or, he's Tay Cook, I guess.
Who let you back here? It's bad enough I must work with incompetence. I don't need you walking through my kitchen.
And it's Conrad Werner's voice actor again.
Bugs like you think you can just walk back here for food any time? If I wanted human interaction, I'd have a kiosk in the square. Or maybe a trough.
Why a trough? Well, we don't feed the animals, Mr. Tay. That's handled by the farmers.
Step back, Mr. Wong. You just step back.
You will show me proper respect, Doc. No. I did not mean to disturb you.
A polite response from one of you strangers? Go on, don't waste your respect on me. I'm no high minister. I just cook. Me? There's nothing to know about me. I cook for ungrateful people who do not understand what good food is.
Your palate is very sophisticated, Mr. Tay. Some say your dishes are, acquired tastes.
No, I am quite certain that the problem is with the customers. If you wish to keep your position, Mr. Wong, you will smile and nod.
I don't get why that dishwasher's head model looks so shitty compared to all the other ones. It just looks noticeably lower res in the textures. I don't know. You're very harsh with your assistant.
Mr. Wong is here to cut the vegetables and heft the rice bags. His job does not include criticizing the menu. I am the head chef. He is nothing.
But I am learning. I will train hard to become the best chef I can.
There's a small chance he could become slightly more than nothing, but I've seen no sign of it as yet. Some people are heroes, some merely clap as heroes walk by. Then go walk around it. I do not waste my time collecting rumors. Everybody eats. That is all I need to know. The spirit world. You are talking about stories for children. I believe what I see. If I see it, it is real. Very simple. If you want some deeper discussion than that, go to a temple. Me, I will stay here and cook for the living. I hear stories just like everyone else, but they are always told by some scared farmer who wouldn't know the wind from a howl. I believe what I see. That's enough.
And that's it.
Good. I need to concentrate on the menu. You want to eat, you'll leave me alone.
No side quest that you can do or anything.
I can't speak with you. Mr. Tay is very strict with his apprentices.
Monk's Gem of Fate. What is this? Yeah, it's one of those. I don't like them. They're poopy. Bamboo cask. 4 silver. And there are casks here as well. Easily missed. 77 silver. And a bar of nickeled iron. That is for a thing called Lord Lau's Furnace later on in the game. I'm not going to be doing that either, but that's not an actual quest, so it doesn't matter. I've never really messed around with it, and I just don't particularly feel like doing it. Seamstress Lan. She is crying. This is an actual quest. I might as well pick it up now.
Please excuse me. I know I shouldn't be crying in public like this, but I just can't help it.
What's wrong?
Please, I'm just a humble woman. My name is Seamstress Lan, and I have a problem I don't know how to solve. I thought you could help, but I was afraid to speak to you. It's my fiancé, Baker Bay. Every day a group of thugs attacks him and beats him up. He tries to avoid them, but they find him wherever he goes. The beatings are getting worse. I'm terrified they're going to kill him. After I saw you take on those sailors, I thought, well,
I'm not having any of that. Sounds suspicious, though. Maybe he's just being bullied, or maybe there's more to the story.
But there isn't! My poor Bay has done nothing to these men. They attack him for no reason at all. Please, you have to help him. I beg you.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Thank you so much, kind sir. You don't know what this means to me. If our firstborn is a boy, he shall have your name. Bay is down at Beggar's Pier right now in the southeast corner of town. If you hurry, you can probably get there before the thugs attack him today.
The Beaten Baker. Investigate Baker Bay. He is called Bay, and he is her Bay. Her. Let's go into the tea house, finally.
Good, you're here. We can continue where we left off before.
You've got unfinished business with us first.
There are important matters at hand, yet you fellows keep interrupting. I'm surprised you're this eager to get another beating so soon.
This time we brought some friends to even up the odds.
Of course there has to be a fight in the tea house. 1,000 cuts. Longsword. Wrecked. Yes, you're getting this treatment. Ow. Ow. Oh, you son of a bitch. You fucking son of a bitch. Get slowed. Oh. She used Spirit Thief on him. Thank you for the assist. Oh, spear. None of that, thanks. What are you using? Two... those bits of table? Or chair legs? Table legs or chair legs? Of course they are. Boop.
You certainly look like Lee's top student, though there's something odd about how you fight. I can't put my finger on it. It doesn't matter. The sailors won't bother us again.
You're the second person to say that.
We can get back to business. Sun Lee gave me instructions to await you if anything should happen. I have prepared for this day for well over a decade.
What is so strange about the way we fight?
The full extent of what the glorious strategist knows is beyond my mind to comprehend. He is without peer. All I know is that I had instructions to wait for you. Sun Lee asked me to seek a piece of a special amulet he wanted you, his prized pupil, to have. It was broken apart and scattered when the Spirit Monk Temple fell. He intended to, and I assume he did, give the main piece to you. Rumor placed a smaller part with a fleeing apprentice monk, but it had been some years and the trail was cold.
Well, we've heard that it's here. From our vision.
I eventually learned the monk had fled to Old Tien's Landing. He was there a year or so, but died of lingering injuries and was buried with his possessions unsorted. It was rushed at the time because the new dam was due to close and Old Tien's would become a watery tomb. The amulet was beyond reach, so I came here and waited. Now the Lotus assassins have drained the lake and exposed the ruins of Old Tien's Landing. It seems they are searching for this piece of the Spirit Monk amulet too.
So it's down there in the ruins of Old Tien's Landing, which were underwater.
Yes, Sun Lee intended you to find it. I was to tell you about it if anything happened to him. It was the last order he gave me, and I have waited years to fulfill my duty.
What if my flyer had functioned properly? You would have waited for nothing.
I choose to believe that my service was valuable and vital. You would have come here eventually. The amulet would draw you at least.
I guess so. How long have you been waiting?
It is coming on 15 years now. As I said, I learned the location of the amulet after the monk died in Old Tien's. It has been difficult serving and waiting in silence. My assignment is to give you information to help you acquire the amulet. I will gladly answer whatever questions I can.
Nice. Can you tell me more about the amulet?
I only know that I had to find the piece I was tracking. I did so. It is in the ruins. You must find it before the Lotus assassins do. You will need it to help your master.
We'd better hurry then and not do a ton of side quests. Oh, wait.
The gates leading to the ruins are locked, but Minister Shang can give you the key. You can find him in the town square, the highest point in Tien's Landing. I suspect the minister is eager to have someone investigate the opening of the Great Dam. You can use this as an excuse to get the key and explore the ruins.
Good, good. So we have to go and speak to Minister Shang. What a surprise. Do you have any idea where we could get a flyer?
Pirates have raided local villages using flyers, swooping down like locusts. Minister Shang said he would stop them, but his promises have done nothing. You can find Shang near his still smoldering office in the center of town. I'm sure he will welcome your assistance, even if your reasons are your own.
So we need to investigate the pirates for a flyer. We need to go down into the ruins for our amulet. What do you know about the water dragon?
It is said that the water dragon is the shepherd of the dead and a symbol of life and restoration. Beyond that is philosophy and not for a soldier to know. As you see, I know little about the celestial powers. I knew less before Sun Li asked this service of me. I thought such beings were beyond physical assault. I was mistaken. I don't know how the attack was made or what blade could cut the heart from a god, but I do know that any man who would attempt such a plan is arrogant beyond imagining. I am unimportant, but I promised I would aid you as best I can, so ask your questions.
Tell me about you and Master Li.
There is little to tell. I served him years ago in the Imperial Army. I was a tracker and a soldier. I was not at Dirge when it fell, but I heard the tale of Sun Li's death. But I refused to believe he was dead. In time, my faith was confirmed. He sought me out and told me what really happened. I swore my loyalty to him on the spot. I revere him as a teacher, and I revere him. Even when he ordered me to distant lands, my loyalty never wavered. But I am tired. I long for an end to my service.
You sound regretful.
Sun Li is a great man, driven by greater goals and ideals. Sometimes his gaze is lifted so high that he does not see what is right in front of him. We who serve him are sometimes forgotten, left to toil in obscurity until the time to act is thrust upon us. So it was with me, waiting for you.
I could use another fighter. Come with me.
I cannot. I have done my part. I have given Sun Li my loyalty and devotion. Now I am empty. I have nothing left. I see an end to my long service. I welcome it. I will give you what guidance and information I can, but that is all I will do.
Okay then. Why has Master Li never mentioned you?
That would be a question for him, wouldn't it? I can only say that Sun Li devoted his life to raising you, to one day right the wrongs in the Jade Empire. If he wanted to keep some small part of his own life and thoughts for himself, who are you to question that? Everyone must have their private side.
I suppose so, but you were waiting for me specifically. He could have told me to seek you out. But whatever.
Remember, go to the ruins and claim the amulet before the Lotus Assassins do. You will need it to survive the trials that lie ahead.
Okay, level up. Also, quest update, We the Brave, search the ruins. We're at 12 completely now. Well, now it's all 13. Do I want that? I guess so. I guess so. I have no complaints. Again. 5 style points. I can't... No, these are both 6. I'm tempted just to save these. To be perfectly honest. I could put them into Fortune's favourite. Oh, I'll put 4 into the focus cost reduction. That leaves me with 1 left. Then if I get 5 next level up, that will be 6 and I can put it into one of these. Or I might get 10, I don't know. I'm not sure when it changes. We just smashed a pot for no reason, there wasn't even anything in it.
This tea house has gone downhill ever since Three Sheets Dutong took over.
3 Sheets Dutong. This is 3 Sheets Dutong.
If you want tea, have a seat. The serving girl will be by directly if I don't fire her first, the useless wench. I should have replaced her the day I took over this tea house.
He took over the tea house. You own the tea house?
I am Three Sheets Dutong, proud owner of this quaint little tea house. I recently acquired it from old Mother Kwan, the elderly lady steeping tea over there in the corner.
In the background there. Okay.
Yes, good. Go away. I haven't even started to feel the effects of my wine yet, and you're already giving me a headache.
What a rude guy.